This video is about the third aspect of the exposure, the ISO. The ISO determines the brightness of an image, but not through controlling how much actual light is hitting the camera, but through controlling the light sensitivity. In analog cameras, the ISO is determined by the roll of film that you put into the camera. So you buy a roll of film that has a set ISO and therefore has a set light sensitivity. In digital cameras, this is done by the sensor, and the light sensitivity can be changed straight in the camera. The sensitivity of the sensor is changed by changing the signal of the sensor. So similar to a sound wave that increases when turning up the volume, the signal of the sensor increases when turning up the sensitivity. The ISO is measured as a numeric value and usually starts around 100 going up to 6400, but it depends on the kind of camera that you have. Cameras with bigger sensors usually allow for higher ISO values. In general, the higher the ISO value, the brighter the picture will be. So an image that's taken at an ISO of 100 will be less bright than an image that's taken with an ISO at 800. From one ISO value to the next, the number of the ISO will double, and so will the sensitivity of the sensor, and therefore the brightness of the image. So an image that's taken with an ISO of 100 will be half as bright as an image that's taken with an ISO of 200, and that will be half as bright as a picture that is taken with an ISO of 400, and so on. One thing you have to be aware of when increasing the sensitivity of the sensor is that you're also increasing the chance of a faulty pixel or pixel group, meaning your pixel might not have the correct color that it's supposed to have. And if that happens a couple of times throughout the image, you create something that is called noise. Usually, the noise is more visible in darker areas of the pictures as it is in lighter areas. The chance of faulty pixel and the noise increases when increasing the sensitivity. Since bigger sensors allow more pixel in an image, they're not affected as easily as smaller sensors, such as a DSLR. So a DSLR takes nice pictures up until an ISO of about 400 or maybe 800 depending on the setting. So to avoid the noise, you always want to try to keep the ISO as low as possible, unless you're in a situation where you really need the extra light, like in night photography, where you just need to bump up the ISO. Once again, I have a little exercise to put all the things that you've just learned into use and get some more hands-on experience for yourself. Try photographing the same image with different ISO values, starting from the lowest ISO of your camera to the highest ISO of your camera. And if you want to make it even more fun, you can try to photograph the same thing at night, doing the exact same thing, starting from the lowest value to the highest value, and see what changes in the picture.